Hello everyone. Artificial wave pools are rather popular. Today you can find something similar in almost any water park, and even young children want to try them. However, not all of these pools are safe. And to prove it, in today's video, we've collected the most incredible artificial wave pools. Yes, you can swim in some of them, but it's better to never get in the others, even at your own risk. Ready to take a look at all of these pools? Then let's get it on. Great Barrier Reef. And we'll start with a pretty harmless pool, located in Raging Waves Water Park in the United States of America. In many other large water parks, there's many slides and other rides for all tastes, and of course, there's a pool with artificial waves. It's called the Great Barrier Reef, and the park owners say that the waves in the pool are very strong, truly Australian. This probably increases the excitement of the visitors. People can take an inflatable ring and rock on the waves with it, or fight the waves without help, trying to maintain balance, according to what they want in the moment. A nearby generator creates the artificial waves. The air pumps the water depending on the program, but every 10 minutes the generator stops, so that both people and it can rest. 5 waves. An iron donut placed in water may seem like an absurd and meaningless idea, but this construction was the beginning of a powerful device that creates artificial waves. After months of preparation, a full-scale prototype wave machine finally produced the first waves to rock in 2018. Surf Lakes, an Australian artificial wave company, named the new technology 5 Waves. The system is capable of producing several waves of different complexity, length, and height simultaneously, which begin to creak in certain places of a created lake. At maximum load, the system is capable of generating up to 2,400 surfing waves per hour. By the way, you can use any device to rock the waves. And yes, all this is real thanks to this thing. Surf Lakes uses a huge plunger that weighs 1,400 tons to create the waves. Its working mechanism is simpler than it seems. The plunger goes into the water and forms a round wave around it that moves in different directions. It then encounters the uneven bottom and thus creates different types of waves suitable for surfing. Kelly Slater's Wave Factory. Kelly Slater is a true surfing legend. Not only does he professionally handle the waves, but he's also an acknowledged writer, actor, model, ecologist, and businessman. Slater is an 11-time world surf champion, and it's really impressive. Kelly first stood on the surfboard when he wasn't even 5 years old, and by the time that he was 10, he'd won several contests. In 1984, he became the first US champion in his age category, and that was just the beginning. Overall, Slater is the man who can't imagine his life without a good wave, so it's no wonder he started creating these waves on his own. Before Slater came up with this idea, people had been using artificial waves and special tanks for a long time, but all this wasn't suitable for surfing. The waves just weren't powerful enough. But Kelly learned to create perfect waves in every way, which turned out to be even better than natural ones. Few surfers manage to catch a wave like that somewhere in the ocean. Normally, you have to spend a lot of money and go to some remote islands for that. But Slater's artificial waves can change the situation just as the rockadromes change people's attitude to rock climbing. He learned how to create waves that keep their shape and go at the same speed. In 2007, he founded his own company, and a decade later, created what is considered to be the world's best artificial wave pool. Kelly's main dream, however, is to create a surfing pool that lets you surf the waves non-stop. Swimming pool with a whirlpool. Despite its terrifying name, we'll assure you, this pool is probably one of the safest in today's video. It's even suitable for children's games. Of course, if your children aren't too young. This pool isn't too deep either, so the artificial whirlpool most likely won't drag anyone to the bottom for too long, as it would have happened in nature. Rather, it can be considered a fun water game, and you don't need a slide for it. However, even such a harmless game can be a serious test for a child. Therefore, we don't recommend that parents leave their babies alone in this whirlpool. Even if nothing bad seems to happen, the child may be afraid of movement, might swallow water, or even begin to sink. The Navy's indoor ocean. Yeah, you've heard it right. It's really an indoor ocean. And although the reservoir is smaller than the real ocean, the conditions in it are natural. The unusual reservoir called Maersk, built in 1962 and rebuilt in 2013, is a huge indoor ocean 110 meters long and 73 meters wide, with a depth of 6 to 10 meters. Approximately 44 million liters of water it contains is pushed through 216 individually controlled electromechanical wave plates that level the edge of the pool. The ocean conditions found in different parts of the world are recreated this way. But why is it that difficult? It's because there are many different types of waves. They differ depending on whether you're near the shore or far from the shore, in full storm, or if there's no clouds in the sky. It seems that it's simply not possible to prepare for such different conditions, and so it was until the creation of an indoor ocean. With the help of Maersk, it's possible to create imitations of various conditions and prepare the Marines for anything, be it the North Atlantic, the South Pacific Ocean, or the coast of any country. They put models of new boats up to 9 meters long into the revolving waters of Maersk and test them by creating the estimated working environment. And it's not just a boat game. This opportunity provides researchers with an understanding of the strengths and weaknesses of the new ship and ensures that future ships are fit for purpose. Wave Research Laboratory. The laboratory, located in Corvallis, Oregon, was built in the 1970s. Even then, they were able to imitate the ocean's standard waves and study them carefully, because they understood that this is the only way to explore the ocean. In the 1990s, the additional pools were built, which created so-called round and rectangular waves, and we have to say that these are extremely useful reservoirs. For example, a rectangular pool has 30 wave generators that can be used to simulate a storm in a controlled environment. Yes, this laboratory has never stayed idle. For example, in 2001, the National Science Organization awarded a $4.8 million grant for tsunami research, and in 2007, the lab received $1.1 million to study hurricane waves. They also study ocean currents and spend a lot of time studying tsunamis. Scientists from several US universities come to Corvallis precisely to use one of the pools in the lab and perhaps make another discovery. Flow Wave Ocean Energy Research Facility. This pool isn't designed for use in the nearest water park, and in general it's dangerous for a person to get into it. This is because Flow Wave is a high-tech facility that quickly pumps large volumes of water, allowing the researchers to simulate waves and currents in it. In other words, the Flow Wave pool is an ocean emulator designed to test multiple installations. It's located at the University of Edinburgh. The heart of Flow Wave is a 30-meter round concrete pool, but it's not just a kind of groove in the ground. The test tank, which contains more than 2.4 million liters of water, is divided into upper and lower volumes, separated by a 1 meter thick sliding floor. It is an extremely complex system, with 28 pumps to create the most incredible waves. Since the tank is round and therefore non-directional, the waves in it can act in any direction. For example, physical models of marine renewable energies are tested here. Delta Flume. The Delft University of Technology in the Netherlands is an incredible place. This is where a unique test center has been located since 2015, where you can test the impact of extreme waves on dams, dunes, breakwaters, and marine structures. And it's not theory, it's practice, because researchers have learned to create a variety of waves in controlled experiments. Waves can be up to 4.5 meters tall and up to 5 meters wide. Nowhere else in the world can people create anything similar. and all thanks to the special structure of the device that produces these waves. The construction of the Delta Flume generator is a 300-meter long, 9.5-meter tall, and 5-meter wide gutter with a metal plate at one end. It's moved by 4 pistons, and at the other end of the gutter, there's a dam that slows down the impact of the wave. Of course, a generator of this type requires a lot of water, so there is a tank with 9 million liters of fresh water near Delta Flume, which is about the same volume as 4 Olympic pools. The reservoir is underground, parallel to the gutter. And a bonus: underwater escape from a helicopter. Well, it's not exactly a wave pool, but it certainly deserves your attention. It's no secret that helicopter crews receive a special kind of training. You just need to know how to behave in an emergency situation in the air. But there's something especially interesting. It's the training of crews from the offshore oil and gas industry, as well as policemen who fly regularly over the water. There's always the possibility of the helicopter breaking down away from land, so the crew must be prepared. That's why special training sessions are held to simulate the waterfall. Of course, not an entire helicopter, but a training module that tumbles inside the pool. You need to get out of this module and then go to the surface. Conventional simulators imitate a submerged cabin that spins on its axis. At the same time, the most advanced simulators can rotate not only left or right, but also 360 degrees. Yes, both horizontally and vertically. All so that the helicopter crew is prepared for any emergency situation. Psst, dude, are you looking for new technologies and great gadgets? Are your thoughts focused on the future? Do you love huge vehicles and can't imagine your life without robots around you? Then visit TechZone and you'll find all this and more. The link is in the description. You interested? Great.